Yo, Salamation. This is a mic that I'm taking off. Well, it's already off, so apparently I don't need it. I'm getting more and more frightened over the lack of videos left to watch of Alip's. He's such a treasure. But that's like all good things. All good things if we keep watching. It's like binge watching a TV show. It's like so great to binge watch it, but then all of a sudden you're out of episodes. Like Watchmen. Watchmen was fantastic, but then boom, it's over. Like, now what do we do? You see me do this? You know what this is? Sweat on my lip, because it's hot in here. Something awesome that's working out for me very well that I think other people can also do is what I've started doing is taking like one problem or one idea and going away from everyone and just going on a walk and being like, during this walk, I'm going to attack or research or think about this one problem. And it's been phenomenal for me because you get to like actually be outside. That's great. And you're walking, which walking might not seem like a big deal, but do you believe it that like walking 2 hours a day that's a lot. Most people don't walk 2 hours a day. Not the average person in an industrial society does not walk 2 hours a day. So you get that, but then also you're isolated from all your distractions and you can like focus on one single topic for, even if it's 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes of uninterrupted thought outside of your natural environment, and I find it to just be a great way to reset your brain and your attitude towards the day and find out something important about your specific topic or whatever. For example, today, this is going to seem super boring. Today, I played Super Locrian, the altered scale, for like 45 minutes straight because it's like not a scale that I use a lot, but I should because it sounds really cool. And so I just did that with the guitar. Put on my guitar and just walked around in nature and in parking lots and just like tried playing it everywhere and getting used to it. So whatever. Dude, it's so hot in here. All right, I'm gonna sweat on y'all. It's okay, it won't make it through the camera. Let's do Leaving on a Jet Plane, John Denver. Now let's be honest. Leaving on a Jet Plane, John Denver is kind of low-key for me. Kind of low-key. But that's what I've loved so far about Alip. There's been a lot of songs Alip has covered that I'm like, these songs, I don't. But his playing is always great. His version on a lot of these have been better than the original. To me. For me. So let's go. Let's do it. Oh, he's doing two finger tapping with harmonics. Oh. Yeah, this is better. You know what I should do? I should just walk around for an hour every day and just learn to tap with my pinky finger. It's so awesome. One day. Nice. Oh, the nice was on that bass, that little bass line. Let's back up so you can see that. So just to hammer something home, to me this is something that we talk about a lot, but thirds, man. Work on your playing thirds. It doesn't matter if you're on any instrument where you can play 2 notes at a time, get your thirds good. That's like A to C or C to E or whatever. I mean, those are, A to C is a minor third and C to E is a major third, but whatever. But get good at your major thirds and your minor thirds because they are like the primary and the easiest way to harmonize anything. Ask a violinist. They'll be like, oh yeah. Ask a pianist. They'll be like, oh yeah. Ask a guitarist. They might be like, I don't know. But a violinist and a pianist will tell you thirds all day. All the stuff he's doing on strings 1 and 2 is all like thirds. Like all of it. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Now, obviously, I'm just singing one note because I am not a tube and throat singer, so I'm only singing one note. But he's just harmonizing that one note with a third. I like this so much better than the original. And that's where he's tapping. I just love watching great guitarists. And it's one of these funny things is that like I've been watching awesome guitarists for 25 years. It's been like 25 years since I first was like, that dude's awesome. And you would think like, oh, eventually I'm going to like not care. Or eventually I'm going to grow out of this. It's like, nope. It turns out that things that you love, like if you love it, you're just going to keep doing it. Guitar time. Let's see if there's anything I can show you. I don't know how much anything very specific to that song. Oh, and I just realized I was going to show you like a really popular song, but I can't because I'll get like copyright strikes or whatever. Let's put on the guitar and then let's move the mic to somewhere else. Okay, cool. Is it still tuned? No. Okay. So if you don't know what thirds are, here's a simple thing. You can look up any scale and just take the first note, skip the next one, and take the next note. So take notes 1 and 3. Right? So if I was starting with a C for a C major scale, C, D, E. So I take notes C and E and play them at the same time. And just do that with every note in the scale. So like C, E, D, F, E, G, what's next? F, E. I got one wrong. And you can alternate them if you want. Those are thirds. And they make like everything sound nice. And then if you can get that, you add a bass note to your stuff. So now the easiest way to add a bass note is to use an open string. That way your fingers are free. So I'm using an A. So either I want to play thirds in the key of A major or thirds in the key of A minor. No, those are not thirds. This right here, that's not a third. But these were. So you can do triplets. Triplet, triplet, triplet. Or just do like thumb, index, middle, index, and do 16th notes. But you could also do it in major, A major. Thirds, dude. Gotta do them thirds. Now, at some point in there, he was tapping these thirds. Now, mic placement is very important for tapping because tapped notes are not as loud as other notes. So the closer, like if I have my mic right here or on the sound hole where Alip has it, you'll hear my tapped thirds much louder. They're very quiet. Now, the stronger I snap my hand down, the louder the notes will be. But, yeah. You did a great job. When's the last time you did a bad job? Guitar is like super awesome, but you already knew that. Thirds, man. For example, okay, in the beginning I was like, go take a walk. So put your guitar on and walk around for 30 minutes and just play thirds in one key. And you'll be amazed at how much progress you will make. Like, it's a type of practice where I don't really tell. Usually if I have students who are beginner or intermediate, I don't ever recommend it because it will make them like frightened. They won't want to do it. They'll get scared. So, but for advanced players or people that are like my friends and we're just hanging out, it's like, because if I said, spend 30 minutes on thirds, then they're imagining themselves at home and they pull out their guitar and they're only going to practice for 30 minutes. And so for 30 minutes, they play thirds only and it's very boring and they're let down and they don't get to play anything cool. But if I was like, no, go take a walk and think about thirds, visualize thirds, take your guitar with you and play thirds. And then when you come home, don't worry about thirds. Play whatever you want. Just have fun. Then you get 30, imagine that, you'd be practicing an hour a day, you'd have 30 minutes of fun stuff and 30 minutes of technical work. And really that's what all practice comes down to, is balancing out the distribution of technique versus repertoire, which is songs. So technique versus songs, and then just having fun and also composition. And really you can have 4 structures a day. And rotate, like if you, because the higher level you're going to play at, the more time you're going to develop, the more time you're going to devote to the instrument. And so when people go like, I practice 3 hours a day, really, if you're a pro or trying to be a pro, what that means is you're not practicing 3 hours of the same thing. You're really dividing your time up into different areas, just like an athlete, right? If you're an athlete, you might have weight training, you might have conditioning, then you might have, let's say you're playing sport. Then you have the technical drills like for your position within a sport. Plus you also have research and learning, which is scouting the other team and meeting with your coaches. And then all of that time adds up to multiple hours per day. And that's how you get a bigger and bigger practice routine, is taking small segments, small chapters, and gradually stacking them up. And then as you get comfortable with that volume of work, you add a few minutes to each one. You might add 5 minutes to each thing. So if you had 6 areas that you worked on for 30 minutes a day, that's already 3 hours of practice. But now let's say once you get comfortable with that, you add 5 minutes to each area. Well, that's an extra half hour. So now you're at 3.5 hours a day. And you just gradually can scale that up to tackle bigger and bigger projects. And this concludes the episode of Ellis Talks a Whole Bunch. And I did. And then I'm gone. That was awesome. Love you. Take care of yourself. Things are crazy out there. They've been crazy for a few months. Well, longer than that, depending on where you are. And I'm thankful that you're here. I hope you're thankful that you're alive. But I can't tell you what to do. So I'm gonna hit this button. I'm gonna disappear. 3, 2, 1.